All right, so my new exhaust came in. I did go with the ISR exhaust. There are cheaper options like the Manzo, but I saw a couple Miatas at the last track event I went to, and that Manzo just didn't look good on the car. It looked odd with that little stubby muffler sticking right out the back with the tip. So I decided to go with the ISR. I also wanted it because it was 2.5 inch and it came with a cat delete. From my experience, I have been able to get pretty sizable gains from cat deletes on all my other cars, and I really wanted that. And since that came included with it, it was just a good deal to me. And also the look of that ISR exhaust is just, when I saw it, I was like, I got to get that. I've always liked the look of those exhausts that you'll see on Supras or some of the Subarus where it's kind of cocked to the side and it sticks out a little past the bumper, and that's exactly what this looks like it's going to do. So we're going to put it on and see what it looks like, see what it sounds like. I've heard a couple sound clips and I think it's going to be exactly what I want. As far as my taste, the louder the better. So I think it's going to be pretty loud. I think it's still going to sound good though, and we should see some performance gains, but we'll see. So got the exhaust unwrapped. I will say I do have one gripe before we get started. Now they advertise this exhaust as a 2.5 inch inner diameter exhaust, and after measuring, most of it is a 2.5 inch outer diameter exhaust, and it's about 2.25 inch inner diameter. So I've got my caliper here set to 2.5 inches. I don't know if you can see it there, but the muffler here is a little bigger than that, which that's great. But if we go to the cat delete here, you can see that's 2.5 inches and it does not fit in there, and outer diameter fits perfectly 2.5 inches. Same thing with the mid pipe here. So 2.5 inch outer diameter. So that is my only gripe, because I really did want 2.5 inch inner diameter, but I do like the look of it. I've already contacted them just to, let them know to, if they're gonna sell it, advertise it correctly. But we're gonna put it on, see how it sounds, and just have to deal with it. All right, I had to break out Big Mama because that smaller impact just wasn't doing it. If I can actually get it on the bolt. There we go. That one wasn't even struggling for a second. Oh, it took the daggum stud out with it. Alright, so I had to unbolt this rear brace here just to get the exhaust out, but it's ready to come out. Factory exhaust is off. This is it compared to the ISR. Now, like I was saying before, I was a little worried about the diameter of the ISR exhaust, but after seeing how tiny the factory exhaust is, I think we should see a pretty good power difference. The stock exhaust here, that's about 1.75 inches. And our new exhaust is about 2.25. So that's tiny, tiny tubing. And now, after seeing how much exhaust is left from the cat forward, up to the engine, I think I'm gonna look at some options for replacing that, maybe a header. And of course, we're going from the classic honeycomb cat It's ISR's cat delete. Alright, so the exhaust is bolted up. This is a really nice exhaust. Now, the only thing I can say about it is right down in there, you see where the tip is hitting that bracket. Now, I've adjusted the mounts and all that and the hangers, but it's still hitting. So I'm gonna take a grinder, I'm gonna grind that down just so it's not messing up a brand new exhaust. But it doesn't look like it's gonna hurt just to grind that edge off some. That little edge we had right there is much farther away from the exhaust than what it was. Look, I'm gonna tell you, this thing is a completely different car almost with this exhaust.